So in our text today, we see Peter. And Peter was one of the Lord's ride or dies. And so Peter, and prior in the chapter, Jesus said, listen, y'all gonna be offended of me, or you are going to be scattered because of what they're gonna do for me. Peter's like, listen, Jesus, my paraphrase, all these others might be offended and leave you, but I ain't going nowhere. Well, Peter, you're talking too quickly. You're talking too much. Jesus said, Peter, listen, before the cock crows today, you're gonna deny me 3 times. Peter said, not me. You know, that's because, Peter, you think too much of yourself. And life has a way of letting you know who you really are. Life has a way of letting you know that you really ain't as wonderful as everybody say you are. Now you might be good, but you gotta be cognizant that you're really not that great. And so Peter thought more of himself. Jesus said, listen, in the Matthew version, Jesus said, listen, I'm sorry, in Luke said, but this is going to happen, you're going to deny me, but I prayed for you. That your faith failed now. And let me say this, there are certain decisions that you've made that may have shocked you. But they weren't a shock to God. And God allowed you to make those decisions so that they could mature you. Well, now, Pastor, I don't agree with that, because it seems like to me, if God had just intervened, but see, you were so in your emotions, you was all in your feelings, that God tried to warn you through your mama. Tried to warn you through the preacher. He tried to warn you through your girlfriend or your homeboy, but you ain't listen because you thought you knew. So God said, okay, you need to feel this. So that's why, Peter, I'm praying for you that your faith fail not. Not that your flesh ain't gonna fail, because in your flesh there's failure. But even when your flesh fails, I pray that your faith don't fail. And when you are converted, strengthen your brother. Or when you come to yourself. When you have realized that my grace has bore you up. Then don't be so full of yourself, not go back and pull somebody else. So he said to Peter, listen, before the cock crows, 3 times you're going to deny. Before the cock crows, you're going to deny me 3 times. So here Peter is seeing them take Jesus through Judgment Hall. In Judgment Hall, they're beating him. They put the crown of thorns on his head. They're just really doing a number on Jesus. And Peter, he's nowhere to be around because he can't handle what he's seeing. It's too much for him. This ain't how this is supposed to play out. But Peter, you forget, he had already warned you. He already told you that I got to suffer many things. So don't get this. He already don't get discouraged. But because you didn't hear that, it wasn't because he didn't tell you, because you didn't hear it. So here we have Peter in the heat of this trial. Y'all stay with me. I'm just about to. He in the heat of the trial. And somebody said, "Hey, ain't you one of them?" Now, to be named one of them could possibly mean what they're doing to him, they're going to do to me. So, no, I don't know the man. I don't know him. See, he go on the porch. The girl said, "Hey, we know you. You was with the Galilean." No, I swear I don't know him. I promise you, that wasn't me. We all got a twin in the world, they say. Might have been my twin. No. I think it was you because your speech, you talk like them. You sound like, you carry yourself like you one of them. Oh, I do. Well, blankety blank, 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 blank. Which I told you blankety blanks, I didn't know the blankety blank. Oh, okay. And then after he denied him that third time, the Bible says Jesus looked over at him and the cock crew. And he remembered the words he said. He remembered how Jesus said, you was going to deny me. Peter, you did this to yourself because you didn't listen. But God helped me to bear what I brought on myself. If I had just made a different decision, maybe my consequences might have been differently. Well, Peter, you forgot what I told you earlier. And this is the celebration of the sermon today. He's already prayed for you. He knew what you was going to do before you did it. And he made a way of escape for you, that you might be able to bear it. There is no temptation. There's no trouble. There's no trial that's come unto you, but what's common to man. But the Bible says God is faithful. Come on. God is faithful, that he will not have you tempted, tried, or tested above that which you're able, but will with the temptation make a way of escape, that you might be able to bear it. God's already set in place the help for you. What you have to do is put yourself in position to receive the help. Help me to bear this, what I put myself in. Was the help is already there, so God, let me get in position to receive the help. So how in the world do I get in position where you stay in his word? You stay in prayer. We heard today this morning in Sunday school that men are to always pray and not faint. Because the converse is, if I don't pray, I'm going to faint. And what prayer really is worship. When we look at the tabernacle of Moses, we see the table of incense, which typifies prayer. Prayer is worship. Oh, y'all make me work too freaking hard today. Worship. You got to stay in place, stay in position. That's why the enemy fights some of y'all so hard not to come to church. I'm not going to get off that, because some of y'all, the reason you're in the position you're in is because you miss church and you miss opportunity for fortification. He would have fortified you and prepared you for the situation that you got in your life right now, but you weren't fortified, so you went off on your own strength. And so now you have pushed yourself further back than where you could have been had you just stayed in church. I'm not taking it back. But God has already made a way. He's already set the wheels in motion because he knew you was going to mess up. He was fully aware that you was going to miss the mark. He was fully aware that, you know what, in their faith, they have not matured. So let me just put something in place so their faith won't fail. Their flesh is going to fail every time. But I pray for you. That your faith failed not. So what your faith does is, listen, yeah, your flesh messed, your flesh said, yeah, we messed up, but your faith, we can always get back to God, though. I can always go to God, and there's nothing that I have done or could do that has shocked God. God already was aware of it because he's omnipotent and he's omniscient and he knows everything. So he knew my end from my beginning, and so he knew at this point in my life I was going to show enough mess up, but if I just grab hold to the grace he's put in my life, I can bear this thing. Hear me. You listen to someone who has messed up many times royally. And when I was single, I could mess up and didn't nobody know about it. But when I got married, she found out. Every time I messed up, I tried to hide it. She found out. Because I don't have a woman that don't look at stuff. She read receipts. She check emails. She goes to my Facebook inbox. I just don't know what's going on. So every time I messed up and I tried to hide it, she eventually found out. Because my mess up affected her. And so when she confronted me, God gave me grace to bear the confrontation. And God gave me grace to correct it. So some of the mistakes I don't make no more. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Yes, Lord. And God would say, stay right there, deal with it. Wake up, answer the question. And I just be hollering. God said, all that hollering, you ain't gonna do no just bear it. Hear me. God will give you grace to bear. Yes. And then he'll give you the solution to make it work in your favor. Yes. When the dust settles and the smoke clears, and we're going to come out this text for a minute, it was Peter. Jesus rose from the dead. He told ladies, listen, y'all go get my disciples and go get Peter. Go get Peter. Because Peter is still reeling from the mistake he made. Can I go a little deeper? Just give you a few more minutes. Judas made a similar mistake. But because Judas took himself out of place, he ended up hanging himself. Peter stayed around the disciples. And so when when time when Jesus showed back up again, he said, Peter, do you love me? I got work for you to do. You got to stay connected. Judas disconnected and killed himself. Peter stayed connected and he preached on the day of Pentecost, and over 2,000 souls got saved, and over 3,000 souls were added to the church, and he walked into his purpose because he stayed connected, and he stayed connected to the grace so he could bear what he went through. I'm talking to somebody today. If you just don't disconnect, stay connected. He has grace for you to bear it. I don't want everybody to know my business. We don't care nothing about your business. We all got business. And the devil is highlighting your business because it's your business. But then we don't care nothing about you and your business because we trying to keep ourselves in the middle of the road. It's a trick of the enemy to isolate you and to tell you to go so when nobody know your name. Listen. You better stay connected. Because without the grace, you'll kill yourself. Jesus went after him, said, listen, I'm coming after you, Peter. Go get Peter. And at the shore, y'all remember the story? At the shore, he prepared this meal. All the disciples left, but he only talked to Peter. Because I'm coming after you, Peter. I know you think you messed up and you can't be repaired, but I'm letting you know I still want you, and I still got work for you to do, and I still have need of you, and I'm going to make you better than what you ever could have thought to make of yourself. Yes. He'll give you grace to bear it. So the enemy will tell you that what you did has totally disconnected you from God, that's a lie. Romans tells us nothing can separate me from the love of God. Nothing and no thing and nobody, death, not height, no, nothing can separate. So even if you messed up and it was your fault, come on back to God. Get back in line. And He'll give you grace to bear the consequences of your bad decision. Stand to your feet, everybody.